Hi there, welcome to photographyquestions.com. My name is Will. Today I'm going to spend 5 minutes talking to you about the last section in the Develop module of Adobe Lightroom 5, the Camera Calibration tab here. So, when working with RAW files, you've taken them with your camera, and your camera records them as raw data. Now at the time to view that image on your camera, it also creates a JPEG thumbnail for you to view on the back of the camera. And that's also recreated in Lightroom when you import the image. Now once you begin working on your image, you may wonder why your image doesn't quite look like it did on the back of the camera. It's not quite as rich or as vibrant perhaps. That's where camera profiles come into play. So Lightroom should automatically determine what type of camera you've used, and if we come down to camera calibration here, we have our profile. Now I've got this set on camera faithful, so this is as shot. If we begin to click on some of these other ones like Adobe Standard, we can see that there's a slight shift in the color and the vibrancy of the image. Again, we've got these other presets here: camera faithful, camera landscape, camera neutral, camera portrait, and camera standard. Now these are all camera specific, so for my camera that I was using for this, I think it was a Canon 60D, these are specific for that camera. If you were using a 70D or a 5D Mark III or a Nikon camera, this again will be specific for that camera. So you can go through each one of these and that will automatically adjust your image for these kind of presets, if you like. I think Adobe Standard is the default, and it tends to do a pretty good job. But again, if your image isn't quite how you imagined it, envisaged it on the back of the camera, this is quite a good place to start. Like that landscape option there, for example, makes this quite nice. And beneath that we have a few settings here we can tweak. Shadow tint there, red primary, and you can also adjust the saturation of these ones here. So you can effectively create your own preset if you like. If you do go through these and you make an adjustment that you quite like the look of, you can go up to, where are we? Here I think it is, and create a new preset for your developed settings. And from memory that will go, oh that's right, we can select our particular settings that we want to have. So calibration there, we could uncheck all of these and just have a calibration preset up here. So that's one way of doing that. One other thing I will mention quickly here on this particular tab is this little process one here that we've skipped over. Now this is basically the settings used by Lightroom, and these ones here are different versions of those settings. So 2012 is definitely the best one to have it on, as it's the most recent, most modern, up-to-date processes for all of the settings in Lightroom. But one thing I will mention quickly is that if you do revert this back to an earlier setting, say 2010, let me just drop down the basic tab here. So here we have highlights, shadows, whites and blacks. Now if we adjust, say for example the shadows, we bump that up to 100, that brings a fair amount of detail back in the shadow area here. If I go down now and change this back to 2010, we've now got all these settings here that were available in older versions of Lightroom. So if I now use this recovery slider, which forgive me, it's the fill light one. It actually does more than the slider, the shadow slider in the previous one. Now, obviously, I wouldn't do that for this image because I like the way it looks here. But you know, if you want some of those old settings, you can do that. You can go back and change that. Just remember to change it back because, as I said, these are the best settings to be using. So that's about it for that. Thanks for watching. I hope that made sense. If you liked the video, remember to like it for us. That really helps. Subscribe to our channel if you like. We've got lots of other videos and hopefully more to come. And if you have any video suggestions as well of stuff you want to know, I'll hopefully be doing some Photoshop tutorials in the near future. Thanks for watching, and if you do have any questions, pop them down beneath the video or head over to photographyquestions.com and ask them there. And until next time, thanks for watching.